Hello guys, am I audible now? I guess fan off करिए. Movie. Okay, finally. Good evening, everyone. I guess we shall wait 1-2 minutes so that more people can join. Like I said last time, it's Jammu and Kashmir. That's why the internet connectivity isn't good everywhere. So I had to find a Wi-Fi connection nearby me, and it took me 5 or 10 minutes. I am very very sorry. Sorry for the inconvenience that is caused to you. I was told that everybody of you cannot understand Hindi, so that's why this session will be done in English. I guess most of you are from South India, so just one more minute as I am being told by Shalish sir. I guess many of you might know who he is. Okay. I am being instructed that you have to start exactly on 5:41 or 42 because more people are joining, and I don't want anybody to, you know, miss the thing. You can even rewind it on YouTube, I know that, but still, these are the orders I have to follow. Where are you from, guys? Just tell me. From which state? I know everybody is from India. Yes, Telangana. Lavanya ji is from Telangana. I am from Jammu and Kashmir. Acha, acha, most of you are from Telangana. Don't you know anything in Hindi? Aren't you? Aren't you familiar with this language? Yes, I am from Jammu and Kashmir. Everybody is from Telangana. Can everybody understand in Hindi? I can use a bit English, a bit Hindi, sort of English. Yes. Okay, okay. Are you just like, are you just in studying in 11th, 12th or what? Are you all droppers or a sort of that? 11th, yes. It's like when you are preparing for your NEET exams. Okay, somebody is from ninth to. It's a good time to start. Ninth. I also started. J- My friend has just joined and he's from J&K. Yes, he's. It's like a good time in ninth. I also started my studies in ninth, 11th, 12th. Yeah. If you are preparing for the NEET exams, it's like just there are different sort of approaches when you are in ninth class, when you are in 11th class, or when you are in drop. There are other types of approaches which you can follow. Matlab, the things which you guys like, you are in 11th, you have a lot of time to study, the concepts behind everything. But when you are just in the droppers, that what the droppers batch, then you have to rush things out. You don't have the time. You have other things to cope up the mental pressure, and and you don't have that sort of luxury which you guys have in 11th or ninth. But it's never late. My friend, I had a friend when I was studying, I was preparing in Jammu. I had a friend, he got, when he passed his 12th, he had 72 marks in his NEET examinations. 72 out of 720. It's like getting 10% marks. But now he's studying with me in Government Medical College Jammu. He got 550 marks, and it took him 3 years to crack that. It's it's a big journey from 72 to 550. But the approach is different, the things are different. But when when the time passes by, when you get in those drops, it's all about the mental game, how you cope up the pressure and all. Exactly when you are in ninth standard or 11th standard. Can we start now? Yes, 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 yes. Now, from the beginning, I'll start. My name is Sarmad Wani. I am from Jammu and Kashmir. Exactly, I live in Doda. It's a town that is almost 180 kilometers from the capital of the state, 6 months capital, that, Jammu. It's quite a hilly area, and you guys might know because the internet connectivity is not that good. As being I was preparing myself for the live session at around 5, and it took me almost like 30-40 minutes to get back on track because the internet was not available that well. So without wasting any sort of time, because I have wasted a lot of time already of you guys, this time is very much precious for you. You have to utilize it. I i study in Government Medical College Jammu, and it's quite different, the game, the NEET game here in Jammu and Kashmir, because the 100% seats are being filled within the state. Nobody can go outside. But we can, from this year, we can apply for AIMS, or we can apply for other colleges, but nobody can come here. So that's why the seats are being filled like that. And there are also advantage for the girls, because there is the ratio of 50% reservation of girls. It's like, matlab, there are 180 seats in Government Medical College Jammu, and for my category it was just 36 seats, because others are being classified like, uh, it's 50% for girls and 50% reserved. It was more than 50%. But that's not the case here. We have to discuss what are the problems that I faced. And it's also a live session, so I'll just have some questions from you guys, and hopefully I can answer that. It's a new experience for me, this sort of webinar. I haven't even attended a seminar in my life. So um I will try my level best to give answers to you, probably in English too. So let's start. I was in ninth class when I started it. I was it was there were the resources were not that much here. The teachers were not good enough. the that sort of thing, like you have मतलब एक कंपटीशन का जो वो होता है कि मतलब अगर आपको नीट क्रैक करना है तो यू हैव टू बी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अदर्स, लाइक जो आपका बोर्ड्स हैं, बोर्ड्स एग्जाम से टोटल डिफरेंट पढ़ाई है इसमें। तो इसलिए क्या था, मतलब एक एप्टीट्यूड होता है कि अगर फिजिक्स है तो थोड़ा बहुत न्यूमेरिकल अप्रोच रखना है, मैथमेटिकल अप्रोच रखना है। अब तो मतलब अगर आप आईआईटी जेई क्रैक करना है उसके लिए ज़्यादा आपको मैथमेटिकल अप्रोच रखना है, क्योंकि मैथमेटिक्स इन्वॉल्व हो रहा है। तो इसलिए हमारे यहाँ पे बोर्ड्स में क्या होता है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है एक जी। तो वैसे रिसोर्सेज यहाँ पे अवेलेबल नहीं थे। तो व्हेन आई वाज इन 11th, एक्चुअली आई गॉट अ बिट लकी बिकॉज आई वेंट टू जवाहर नवोदय विद्यालय। द टीचर, okay, okay, okay. Sorry, only English. I was When I was in 11th, I when I was in ninth, I got to Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. The teachers were good enough. Like they got the sort of idea, being how to study for the competition. मतलब that arose from there. How to numerically approach the questions in physics and chemistry and even biology. But Shalish sir, I guess you might know him. He is he he teaches physics. He came to my hometown when I was in plus two, when I was in 12th. So I heard about him. So I thought I'll give it a try. I haven't done tuitions before. It's like a culture out here. If you are even studying Hindi, then you too have tuitions for that, apart from your schools. But it's all about how consistent you are. It's being consistent when you are appearing for a competition, whether it is just JE or it is your NEET examination. I used to call it medical entrance because I find it quite good. I don't like to call it NEET. I don't know why, but Saeed Jamal is telling Hindi. कभी कभी बीच बीच में हिंदी भी यूज कर लूंगा मैं, डोंट वरी। सो नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन। तो Shalit sir came and matlab it was just like it was like a boon for me. Matlab he gave me the right approach, how to study physics, how to study not just physics. He told me how to study chemistry even, and how to study things. I wasn't even aware. I was those little sort of NCRT books. I used to totally ignore them, but I made a mistake out there. The NCRT books that you are being given, the 95%, maybe more than 95%, 97% questions are totally based on NCRT. It's just about how persistent you are, how good you are, how good you read those books. It's just about that. Biology, it's only about NCRT. You don't have to go anywhere else, like some sort of modules, nothing else. You just have to focus on your NCRTs. मतलब माय अप्रोच वाज लाइक दैट कि जो बाहर एनसीईआरटी का जो कवर होता है ना, मैं मतलब वो भी छोड़ के नहीं गया था। वो भी एटलीस्ट आई वाज हैविंग दैट इन माय माइंड। एनसीईआरटी का कवर तक पढ़ के गया था। गुड इवनिंग, गुड इवनिंग। तो you should have that sort of approach. It's total NCERT. If it's just like you have to go through each and every topic that you will get, each and every example, those figures. There's nothing like an important sort of topic in in biology, because nowadays from every from every topic there are questions, and you cannot even skip a single chapter in biology, because if you skip a single chapter, then just think 15 marks are gone. 15 to 20 marks are gone. If it is a big chapter, then 20 marks are gone, and you cannot afford to drop this much of points, because it's just about biology is not that difficult, but you have to revise it again and again. I don't still remember how many times I have revised a single chapter. I tore my books apart. I used to stitch them, each and every chapter, 5 or 7 pages. I stitched them, and I used to go through again and again and again. And I was good at biology too. And you have to be good in biology if you want, if you are having a general category and you can't afford to lose marks. And the same, I guess, it's about chemistry, organic chemistry and physical chemistry. These are just for me like bread and butter. Everything is given in your NCRT books. Don't skip NCRTs, just practice the questions which are in the end, which are in the middle. You cannot skip NCRT. That's the main mantra. Because look, nowadays we are preparing for a exam, and we know in every 5 or 10 years the pattern of the paper changes, and the it's like if I am giving suggestion right now, my suggestion will only be applicable for 5 7 years, not 5 7 years, maybe for 2 3 years. Because if time changes, the sort of papers which were in 2010, they are not, the papers are not like that now. Yes. Matlab, if sir was telling me to just motivate my students, to be honest, my routine was just like this. I used to go my school around 8 in the morning. I used to walk around 4 kilometers, and I was not having any sort of vehicle. It is just like a hilly area. I used to walk on the hills. There was some, it was a lot of struggle in that time. I used to walk around 30 40, not 30 40 minutes, around half an hour it took me to reach my school. And I used to go there. After that, when I came home, just rest for 30 40 minutes or 1 hour, just have a a bit of a sleep, and just studying. After that, I used to play football. I am a sports person. I didn't had a phone at that time, because I don't wanted to waste it. I didn't want to waste my time. I used to play. After playing, when my mind was totally fresh, and after that I used to study just around from ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th. 9th, 10th, it is a bit different. I used to study in 9th, 10th too, because I cleared all my basics in that sort of period, those mathematical sort of things which you can clear in that time. In 11th or 12th, I used to study around 5 to 6 hours daily. There wasn't any day which I remember. It's just like, if I if there were, like 300 days, I used to study around 280 days with 5 or 6 hours a day. It's totally easy, because you are quite energetic in that sort of time, and there's nothing else to do. Just go to school. And if you go to school, and I used to study in the school as well, in the free time as well. And after that, when my mind was totally fed up with all the sort of, there are pressures, there are all other sort of things when you're preparing for that sort of exam. So I used to go and play. When I used to play, I used to forget everything. That was the that was the complete relief for me. And you have to find your mojo too. You have to find what gives you, like, what sort of things makes you relaxed. And somebody is pro gaming. I guess it's not the right time to play games, mobile games right now. You just have to study on what's coming. And just you have good faculty. It's matlab, I have only studied my physics from Shailesh sir and nowhere else. And I didn't had it was like I didn't need anybody else after that. Because oh, it's all about when you know all the things, you just have to go home and practice. And there is nothing else you can do. You just have to stay consistent. The NTA chairman himself has told that it's not our motto to make the paper easy, to make the paper difficult. Yes, they make the paper easy, but it's easy for all the students. So that's why people like us, who don't have the opportunity to go to some institutions, like matlab, like me, I was My family, like all the things, all the environment was not allowing me to go outside for Jammu and for even Delhi or somewhere else, Kota, to go and do the coaching and all. I matlab, you have, the paper is now like that. You have NCRTs in your home, you have a good teacher, you have Shalish sir. I can guarantee you that if you study physics with him, you can score good, you can score awesome. If and you have to just be consistent, just do practice in your homes, and that's all. Don't forget the NCRTs. That was the mistake that I made in the early stage, because I didn't had anyone to tell me that. But now the time is the biggest experience that you will get. It's my experience, because now I have done the thing. I have qualified for NEET. Is anybody here preparing for JE too, or is it, or everybody is for NEET, preparing for NEET? If you are preparing for NEET, it's like biology. You have to go to NCRTs and you have to read that. Just revise it thoroughly. Revise it. The types of game, I didn't play that. Like, I didn't used to have mobile since I got my JE. Okay, I used to get my mobile. I got my mobile when when I got selected in the college in GMC Jammu. Before that, I didn't had a mobile phone. I used to play games. I used to play football. Yes, I used to play just football and nothing else. iPhone 11. No, sir, iPhone 12. 12 Pro. I got that. Yeah, physics only. It's salad, sir. He guides me every time. Even now, when I am in any sort of, trouble, I call Chalit sir and he guides me through. Uh, that's He treats me like his little brother. So I have a huge respect for him. So let's move on. For physical chemistry, for organic chemistry, it's all everything is in NCRTs. Like physical chemistry, I used to just divide the chapters, not like physical, organic, inorganic. I used to have states state syllabus and yeah, it is a good question, because when you are in 11th or you are in 12th, you have to there are sort of dilemma in your mind that how are you going to cope up. Yeah, you have to cope up, like I have to go through boards or NEET at the same time. No, like if you I got 86% marks in CBSC plus 12th, and it's like if you are preparing for NEET, अगर आप NEET के लिए prepare कर रहे हो, तो simultaneously the it's not that difficult for the state syllabuses, because the question paper is like, it's like the bread and butter. You can just go through, and if you even manage to secure 80% marks in your state syllabus, it doesn't matter. If you even manage to score 70%, it doesn't matter, because finally now everywhere where you are, there is a sort of entrance examination which you have to qualify, and you have to go through. If I got even 99% in my boards, would I have been able to get into a government medical college? Would I have been able to get a seat in government medical college? No. So that's why I recommend everybody, if you have, like, that dream to go to a medical college, then you can you have to pursue, you have to just focus on. And the the good thing now is that this NCRT syllabus is now the NEET syllabus. It's all about NCRTs. Reading NCRTs, just going through that, it's the best thing you can do, and it is the only thing that you should do. And simultaneously, both the things will be there. You will get good marks in your boards, and you will get good marks in NEET too. So for due to COVID, ज़्यादा students घर में. Yes, that's the That's the thing. Like, if you are the main problem which I faced in the COVID times was that there was a lot of uncertainty, because the you know, you want, it's like the paper, the paper happened in September last year, and just before 10 or 15, yeah, due to addiction of phone, you have to, just take that away. It was just I didn't knew before 15 or 16 days. Like, the paper was on 13th September, and the health minister, like, on 15th or 20th August, said that, Naji, we are going to conduct the paper on 13th, and that's final. Before that, everybody was talking like blah blah blah, the paper is going to go postponed, it's going to, yes, the paper is going to get postponed for September, no, from September to October to November. And that thing, kahin na kahin, that affects the mind of the students, that affects the motivation. That affected me too, but that's life, you have to carry on. And lack of self motivation, guys, you know you have to be self motivated, you have to find the ways, you have to get up, you have to test yourself, and you have to continue. The only thing which this competition demands, if you are in 11th and you are having a good time to start, it's like you have to believe in yourself, and you have to just give 5 6 hours a day. And it's not a difficult job. The matlab, if you believe me, if you just, अगर आप मेरी बात सुनो, तो the phone, it's having a negative effect on the preparation, because there are also a lot of things, like when you scroll on Instagram and when you scroll on Facebook, you don't know, and 2 or 3 hours are gone, and after that you don't even want to study, because your mental is fed up, and it's like that. So if you are having sort of, you want to attend the classes online, you can have the phone of your parents or your father or your mother, just attend the class and give it back to them, and just go to your room. If you have nothing in your room, just books around you, you will study. There's like, there's no option. What you can do, how much you will sleep? You will sleep 7 8 hours, and after that, when you have books around, you will take them and you will study them. And guys, it took me 2 years to, like, qualify, but that doesn't matter. Finally, I am in medical college, and the life there is, it's quite hectic, but it's worth it, guys, believe me, it's worth it. When you get selected to the college, when you wear that white apron, it's like your all struggles are gone in a flash. How you used to manage physics bio at the same time? Like, my way was a bit different. It was just like, I used to study, like, in a month. I used to study physics for a month, I used to study chemistry for a month, bio for a month. I don't know, you have to find the ways yourself. You just, I'll tell you what to study. For biology, you just take your NCRTs, take your pen, take your notebook, have your mind there, and study it through. In chemistry, I'll tell you same, because you have what? You have like, you have four books, plus one first part NCRT, second part NCRT. In the first part NCRT, what you have some basic concepts, you have structure of atom, then you have states of matter, and you have other chapters, equilibrium, thermodynamics. You study them in, matlab, it you study them in a flash, because they are same sort of chapters, aren't they? They are connected. And the plus two chapters from the chemistry, that was solid states, that was solutions, electrochemistry, chemical kinetics, and the surface chemistry. Those seven chapters and these five chapters, they are related. So I used to study them in a bunch, and it didn't take too long to study from NCRT. Students को कैसे parents be lazy when it needs No, it's not like just studying for 16 hours. 16 hours, you can't study for 16 hours like daily. You just have to go to, you have to refresh your mind. So now just wait a bit. The seven chapters which I told you, and the five chapters, they are related. Just clump them in a bunch and study them thoroughly, from states of matter, from some basic concepts of chemistry to the surface chemistry. Those seven and those five chapters, just put them aside and study them. And after that, it comes to the organic chemistry. If you are to study the organic chemistry, you have to know the general organic chemistry. That is the basics. Everybody of you might know that. Yeah. So you have to, you know, just for the general organic chemistry, it is in the plus one, the 13th chapter, I guess, if I remember it. In the organic chemistry, you have the general organic chemistry. First of all, there is a nomenclature. The nomenclature is there, the common group nomenclature is there, so you have to study from there. Then it's isomerism. Isomerism is a bit scattered. Some portion you will find it in 11th, some in 12th. So clump them and study it in one go. And don't just rush things. Don't go from outside like, oh, उस मॉड्यूल में ये दिया है, इस मॉड्यूल में ये दिया है, मुझे ये भी पढ़ना है, मुझे ये भी पढ़ना है. I I tell you, you aren't here to do the PhD. You are just here to crack your entrance examination, and you have to study like that. Just just go through the things and study them. Just study what is on the NCRTs, what is the, in physics, in chemistry or biology, you need not to go outside NCRTs. The questions are there. And apart from that, if you want to practice questions, there is also that, what is the name of that book? Not, the NCRT, the NCRT which NCRT publishes. uh, I'll tell you later. I'm forgetting the name. So just just find the relevant questions. Do different sort of questions on the topics which you have studied. You don't need to go outside. And how to remember topics? You don't need to go outside and study from other sources. You have the sources in your home, because the trend is now like that. If you are facing 180 questions, out of that 175, 176 questions are directly from your books. So why you have to go anywhere else? Is it? Am I right? I guess that's the thing. If you study 176 questions out of 180 questions, you are having AIR 10, 15, isn't it? So just let me read the chats. Yes. Lack of self motivation. I am that sort of guy which nobody can, stimulate me. You have to be like that. Nobody can stimulate me, nobody can put me down. I am self motivated. What I want to do, it's just up to me. You just have to clear your head. You just not have to listen to others, or just get tempted to other sort of things, like, he is doing this, he is playing PUBG, or he is playing this sort of game. I want to do it right now. No, it's not like that. You just have to wait. You just have to wait for your moment. Even my friends used to go to sort of trekking for 3 4 days. Everybody was, having a car, and just driving their way out and going. And I didn't used to know any sort of driving. And I, due to this COVID pandemic, nowadays I am just getting sort of driving classes, and now I am able to drive a vehicle. And it's never late. That was not my time to drive and go to places to enjoy. Now I am in a position where I can, just study, and after that I can, even pursue my passion, to even pursue my sports, even go outside with friends. That was not the right time then, but now it is. And you have to be self motivated. Yes. Yes, sir. Are you telling Preena Saraj? Yes, sir. As you are telling, they will have to know, utilize time and faculties as well as subjects. Yes, you have the material there, you have the faculties there, and just you have to utilize your time. Everything is with you. The books are with you. The faculties are with you. So just just utilize it and just carry on. How to remember topics easily? Look, there is no like shortcut in this. You have to just just practice hard, not like that. You have to just revise the topics again and again. That is the key. I had revised my ncrt biology. I don't know how many times I had revised that. I had revised it quite a lot, and that made me remember the things. Moreover, they more have to concentrate on physics as well. Look, matlab, you have to give your time to all subjects. My one of my mistakes was like that. I gave my time more on physics. I used to study things which weren't that, like I used to study some sort of things like which were in. I used to do questions like of IIT 1998, but that were quite helpful in getting the things sorted. But you have to just make a barrier, how to stop, when to stop. Like I can give you an example. If that you have that chapter optics in your plus 2, isn't it? The plus 2 guys will get it. I don't know if the guys which are studying 11th will know that. Yes. So there is like almost 60% theory of the chapter is given in in the chapter, and the 40%, 20 to 30 or 40% theory is in the questions. Like I can give an example of virtual object concept. That concept is not given in the main chapter, but when you do the questions, I guess 25, 27 question number sort of that, you will get to know that ncrt is telling you about the virtual object. Your Shailesh sir will teach you that virtual object. So I am telling you, you have to just go through each and every topic. I told you I am exaggerating it to tell you that even the cover of the book is important. I mean to say that every point, every line of the textbook is important. And studying textbook is not easy. You have to have a good faculty which can guide you. Why students feel physics is tough? S- just because the approach is mathematical. The guys which take biology in 11th, they just try to find an escape route from mathematics, isn't it? That's why most of the times they get scared of physics. The language of physics is mathematics, and it's not like that difficult mathematics. It's just a simple arithmetic. You just have to open your mind up. Yes, you should not waste your time. You just have to open your mind up. You just have to think mathematically. And you are having a better teacher in Shailesh sir. He used to tell me that you have to approach in two ways, that is mathematical and graphical approach. That graphical approach is too important. You have to matlab, like you are having six graphical equations in the whole 11th or 12th, like the straight line, the parabola, the eclipse, and other sort of things. Only the formulas which you will find, every formula revolves around those six equations. So you just have to just go through it, mathematical approach and also the graphical approach, which I'll tell you. Shailesh sir will tell you that how many hours you used to study. It was a bit prem prerna saraj. She's asking me how many hours you used to study. It's just more or less about your consistency. How much time do you give to your studies? It's like about, it was just studying for 5 or 6 hours, but it was just like daily. I was having a sort of, I used to have Like my cousins were marrying with this or that, I didn't used to go there. I used to cut myself out. My, my relatives were not happy with that. Oh, you are not attending this, you are not attending that. I didn't used to listen to them. I was just motivated, because it's the time to motivate yourself. You just have to motivate yourself. Nobody else can motivate you. I swear on my mother's life, I haven't even watched a single motivational video till now, because don't I don't get motivation from anybody else. I just get motivated from myself. But my father was, but my father is, the only person to whom I listen to. We have a sort of conversation, and he used to tell me, just go what you it's your time, just study hard. And he used to give me every sort of thing which I demanded. So you guys do have your parents, and hopefully they understand it too. Yes, Prerna is telling that this year seats are also increased in IITs. I don't have that sort of, I didn't get that news, because now I have other things to do. I have my anatomy, I have my physiology. So now I don't have time for that. But still, it's a good news if that is. The seats are gonna increase, because that COVID happened, and the medical situation of our country got exposed. And in coming times the seats are going to increase. Even in our states, the seats are increased by 250%. It was just 400 something seats, and now it's about 1200 seats inside our own state. So it's going to increase with time. I'm getting questions as you're telling. Yes, you have to utilize your time. So nowadays students are feeling NEET is more tough than MBBS. NEET is more tough than MBBS is, due to its competition. I didn't get what Harshit is trying to say. I'm sorry, getting ready to. Uh,
हेलो आज लेट आएंगे लेट आएंगे हाँ
yes. Some more questions? How to connect with the
बिजी हो
subject?
जो
Got
कन्वर्सेशन लाइक पत करे फोन पत सर
how to connect with the subject. It's like just just take your. It's like just finding the right connection with your books. It's a bit difficult in the beginning, but when you get to know that, it is just like a feeling when you just do sort of things. Like if you are just studying with your faculty members. Like I used to study with Mr. Shailesh sir physics, and in the beginning it was quite difficult because the things were new. But when you be persistent, when you just stay home, just stay connected with the books, and finally when you study in the right way, like for physics, when you have a mathematical approach and when you have the graphical approach, it is the main thing that will connect you with the subject. And same is with the biology, and same is with the chemistry, because but both the chemistry and the biology, it's a bit easy, because it is not having a mathematical approach or a graphical approach in it. But you just have to go thorough, just you have to remember things, and you have to revise your subject, and that is the key that will make you succeed in this sort of examination. There's nothing to worry about, guys. Just stay focused, stay calm. How much sleep? Yes, sleep is also the main factor. I never used to study when I didn't had a good sleep, because my mind was completely not focused on the subjects. It's like just a sort of 6-7 hours sleep, and that's enough. Especially my suggestion for all students, it is utilize faculties Do more subject practice, do not waste time. That is valuable, yes. Time punctuality is also. Yes. Just be consistent. You have your material there, you have your NCRTs there. In physics, it's a bit different that sir will guide you, I guess. In chemistry or in biology, it's all about your NCRT textbooks. You go through, you have to use your mind, you have to be vigilant and study them. That's it. Anything else? Any other question? Shalish sir, is that enough? Or this platform is a bit new for me and I haven't guided somebody in English because you know we are North Indian people and the desi language what I can convey you in Hindi, मतलब जो बात मैं आपको हिंदी में बोल सकता हूँ यहाँ अपनी कश्मीरी लैंग्वेज में किसी को मैं मोटिवेट कर सकता हूँ या उसको कुछ बोल सकता हूँ so that won't be having that sort of effect in English. So I tried my level best. Yeah, 6 hours sleep is enough. 6 to 7 hours sleep is enough. You have to balance everything. You have to find. You have to just pursue your hobby. What you have. You have to pursue your hobby. You have to have a good sleep. You have to have a good study, and you don't waste your single minute on your phone. That's the main thing which I am about to tell you. That is the main thing which people use to get distracted. So, thank you guys. Thank you, Harshit. Thank you, everybody. Which uh, I am from Jammu and Kashmir. I am from Jammu. Actually, from Jammu division, I live in Doda, which is around 180 kilometers away from the main city. Thank you. Thank you, Jamal, bro. Thank you, Shalish. Okay, guys. Good luck. And I hope everybody of you will be motivated by yourself, will study, and inshallah everybody of you will get a seat in your medical college. Okay, bye. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye.